Good evening to all. Once again, I welcome all of you to this faculty development program and recent trends in counseling psychology. Myself, Sister Andoni Amal, Assistant Professor of Department of Psychology, Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur. Respected faculty members, today is the third day of the one week faculty development program. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce and welcome the today's resource person, Reverend Dr. Stanley Alex. Father Stan is a director and rector of Fountain Institute of Counseling and Psychotherapy, Sundambatti, Krishnagiri. He has completed BBA, MSc, MPhil. He has done double PhD in psychology, the first one in USA, the second PhD he has done in SR University, India. Also, he has completed diploma courses in counseling, psychotherapy, and school counseling. Father Stan has teaching experience of 10 years as faculty member in the psychology department in Fountain College. He published two articles in different research journals. He has written three books on various topics. He has been invited as a resource person for many seminars and he has conducted many courses like counseling, healing the inner child, neuro linguistic programming, dream analysis and sleep disorder, transaction analysis, etc. Father also a visiting professor in Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur and St. Joseph College in Kotagiri. He teaches communication skills for the students and teachers. Once again, I welcome all of you for this program. Thank you. Over to resource person.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks to Sister Anthony for a wonderful introduction. And is my voice clear?
Yes, Father.
Okay, thank you very much. So today we're going to, thanks for the very wonderful welcome, and I'm Father Stan. You can stop me at any time. You can text me for your interactions, and we don't have any inhibitions to just stop me and ask me a question to just like learn a little more on this title. If my voice is not audible, just let me know in between. You can anyone just like say or text and say voice is not clear and audible, and just I'll repeat it. And today we're going to just touch this topic called REBT. And this is one of the very wonderful therapies in psychotherapy, and it has got a lot backup, and recent researchers have spoken a lot about it, and it has got solid and valid points to just learn it. Today I'm very happy, just like I'm going to just like start with a short glimpses of this topic, and I will teach you the method how you can help each other or help oneself to handle with this REBT. So I have done this class is focused with 4 questions here. 4 questions. So because we got only just 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes, so therefore we don't have enough time to just like explain the whole thing, but I'll be just like concentrating on these 4 questions. And these 4 questions or 4 focuses: what is REBT? The second one is short history about REBT. And there are some 3 points we're going to just talk about, the 3 irrational beliefs and how we can apply. This is our focus today. So I'm not going to just take away from these things, only just like focus on these 4 questions. So I'll be there focusing, and each title, maybe just like 10 to 15 minutes, I'll handle it. And finally, we can have some question hour. What is REBT? Some people know it. Some people know it. This is rational emotive behavior therapy. So REBT, the word means rational emotive behavior therapy. Yeah, maybe just going to talk about a short history about this therapy. We got a great person, Dr. Albert Ellis, is the founder of this therapy, and he has got a very wide knowledge on this one, and he has done an extensive research on this one, and he wants to say and heal people. What was the main focus for this therapy? First of all, no, people were concentrating on psychoanalysis and psychodynamics. Most of the time, they were talking about psychoanalysis by Freudian concepts on psychodynamics, where they concentrate on the past or unconscious, and where they were saying, like, this person behaves this way because he has got a past experience, or we can say that, like, childhood experiences or childhood traumas, and always they relate with the past experiences. And this person was saying, no, no, no. Why are you just always talking about this past? And we have to have some present related relations. So therefore, we cannot just like always relate with the past experience of behavior. So therefore, he said, I'm going to differ from this view of a traditional view. We can say that's a traditional view of psychoanalysis or psychodynamics. And he said, no, I'm going to differ from that point. Then I want to just concentrate on something else. Then he just took this essence called CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. He said people are disturbed not by events, but by the view which they take of them. Now, he said people were always blaming the past by the Freudian concept. They were trying to just like concentrate and focus on this, the former days or the childhood wounds and all that. Then he said, no, 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 don't talk about that. Now, what is their belief? What is their belief about that? That was his key focus. That was his key focus. And he was saying we have some traditional way to look at these issues because of our past life. However, there is a possibility that we can work on our behavior by the present feeling and beliefs. So therefore, he said, stop blaming or stop talking about the past, but talk about the present. Cognition, the thought process. You know the word cognition means the thought process, how one believes, how one takes this matter, how one views this matter. You must be like all you're all professors, you know a lot about all this like matters, cognition and all that. But this man was very strict how you can dispute some of the beliefs. So therefore, he made it very simple. We are not disturbed by the events, but the way we look at that event. I want to just like start a small story with, and the story is also a kind of an related with REBT. This story says goes this way. There was a very great farmer, or can say the landlord. This landlord was having a very rich, a lot of riches, and one fine morning, it was just like in the house seated, and he was just relaxing, and there was one uh, worker coming from the farm, running and reporting to the landlord, sir, you know one thing happened today. Our field got in fire. Somebody set some fire in our field, a paddy field. The whole lot of area is in fire and got burnt. That was the report. And this man got really wild and just like shouting and yelling and saying, oh God, my field got in fire, all that. And he was like crying, rolling on the floor. And suddenly one more person came and said, sir, don't cry. It's not in our field, it is the neighbor's field. Then he just reconfirmed it and said, hey, is that like our field or the other neighbor's field? No, no, it is not our field. Our ground is okay. The other ones, the paddy field got in fire. Then he was very much relaxed. And he said, wow, it's not mine. I'm very happy about it. Fine. And he was relaxing and saying, oh God, thank you. In short while again, there was one more person coming up and said, sir, it is not in the other field, it is in our field. Now again got into tears. There was one more person coming in and says, no, sir, it's not in our field. The people kept coming and saying, no, it is not in our field, in our field. And the person cried and stopped crying. Once cried and stopped crying. Then finally he said, why I have to cry? The event is the same, but my reactions differ. My reactions differ. And the way I react is not because of the event, because of the belief. What's the belief? What happens? It's okay. It's in the other field. Okay, I don't cry. If it in my field, then I cried. So therefore, it is not the event. It's in the belief matter or the way I take it up. That matters a lot. So therefore, dear friends, today I want to just like say, REBT has got a basis of everybody suffers a lot of pains, lot of disturbances in the brain, and loss of equilibrium and peacelessness because the way they look at the issues. The event is the same, but the way they look at this event has got something to do about this, the behavior. So therefore, that was this key point for Albert Ellis to say, don't go for psychoanalysis, don't go for psychodynamics, but go for CBT. And then he formed it, cognitive behavior therapy. So therefore, he said the situations, how we interpret all these psychological problems are happening or creating some symptoms because the way we interpret them, the way somebody interprets. That's how he just ended up and he started forming this theory. So you can just like read this one now. The emotions stem from our beliefs and evaluations and interpretations and reactions to the life situation. I want to just like give you an example here. Like there was one student coming here for a little counseling and he said, Father, I lost in my exams. And he was saying, I'm going to quit my subject, my classes. He's a dentist, and he said, I'm not going to just continue my studies. I'm going to just end these classes, and I'm going to just like switch my subject to something else. I'm going to continue with some other subject and studies. Then I asked the question, like, what happened? He said, I believe that I cannot compete with anyone in my class, or I cannot be a competent person in this field of a dentist. Then I said, is that true? Is that the way you evaluate this issue? Is the way you look at your presenting problem? Then he said, yes. Then we have to just apply this REBT. Then at the end of that, he was feeling so nice and said, oh, that's right. I can just work on it. So therefore, now we have to just like take in the mind all these emotions and stem from our beliefs, how the way you look at the issues or the way you just like interpret them or the reaction towards that situation. Yes. I'm going to just like make it very short because we don't want to just take much time. I want to just give some practice to at the end of it. The first thing is the word rational. He wants to just take this word rational because he said most people suffer a lot of emotional turmoils and troubles because they've got a lot of irrational beliefs, போலியான நம்பிக்கைகள் or irrational beliefs. I was just like reading some articles about this one, related with this one, and then I found there's one thing called false memory syndrome. False memory syndrome, that which means Sometimes people believe that this is what is the truth, or this is what the fact. They just like got fixated. And they don't want to just move out of that. And always like saying, oh no, this is what. I cannot move this. Even sometimes like we ourselves want to just say that, no, I cannot change myself because I'm formed this way. And on a person, I'm just like all the time I have to be angry because I'm formed this way. I'm born this way. So therefore, Albert Ellis was saying, no, people suffer a lot of turmoils and troubles because they've got a lot of irrational beliefs. Maybe you can just take this maybe in a simple term like superstitious. Superstitious. Sometimes we have a lot of superstitious, irrational beliefs, and we just like coin them, and we work on them, and we believe them, and we transfer them to others, and we just don't want to say that no, 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 it is not. It is not irrational. It is not rational. No, we want to just say that this is what the fact is. So therefore, this therapy starts with this word, asking a question: are you suffering with some irrationalities? Are you having some, maybe can just like we have a different word here, are you having a logical mind behind anything, or kind of an factual, or you got a scientific backup, or just kind of an followed irrationality, or carried out, transferred generation to generation, and we got a lot of irrational beliefs. Maybe you can say simple example of an superstitious belief, like maybe like cat crossing the roads, or the lizard crying, or the crow crying. All these things kind of forming and kind of a belief that, oh, I'm going to suffer today because this happened. The cat crossed my road and I'm going to suffer. Irrationality, superstitious beliefs. People suffer that, and they said, no, this is the fact. And maybe kind of an, they must have happened some one or two times by choice, accidents. But the thing is, they want to say, no, this is going to happen. So therefore, the first word today, brother friends, we're going to learn this one, this rationality. The question you have to write today in your notes: am I a rational being, or sometimes I'm drawn by the rationality or superstitious? And just write this. Now keep a question here, a tag here, and say, am I suffering because of irrationality? Yes. First point. Second, I, because of my rational or irrational beliefs, I got some emotions attached. There's like, I'm going to just like give in one more example here. Now I'm going to say, no, the whole day I laughed. People just report this sometimes, like we have got clients and cases coming up and saying, no, the whole day I cried, Father. Means like the whole day I was laughing and laughing. One thing, Father, today, this evening, I'm going to cry. It's not true. It's not true. But they want to say, no, this happened and this is my emotions this evening. I'm going to be sad this evening because I was like laughing in the morning. I was just like hanging around with all my people and my friends. People formed and fixated and suffer. And friends, now you have to just say, what are my rational or irrational beliefs and what are my emotions attached? Maybe there's some superstitious or irrational, non-factual, and what is my emotion? Maybe my emotion is I'm sad, I'm lost, I'm frustrated, I'm in agony, whatever. So therefore, I'm just like suffering all through because of irrationality. Or maybe I can say this morning I just laughed a lot and this evening I have to suffer. I just got fixated. Then I will do that. I'm going to just suffer with this emotional trouble. So therefore, the second word you're going to just like keep in mind, what's my emotion related with this irrationality? Now you have to just like coin it as you present yourself. Now, am I suffering with some irrationality? Am I suffering with some kind of a constant emotional struggles and turmoils? Yeah, then you just work on it, write that. Now as you just like sit and you're listening to class, just cogitate and process your thought. Yes, I got this emotions bothering me. There are some kind of fearful. I'm kind of sometimes suffering with loss. I'm sometimes suffer with hatred. or grief and guilt and shame and whatnot. So, what is your emotion related with this irrational belief? The third one, always, no, Albert was very clear and said, because of your emotions and your irrationality, you form certain behavior. What is a behavior here? A kind of a stereotype actions, or the way you act and behave, the way you present yourself. uh, if you're going to say that, like, I got this irrational belief that some superstitious beliefs, and that this I formed a person, my emotion is angry, my behavior is sometimes I'm arrogant, I lose control, I lose my impulse control disorder. We call it as impulse control disorder. I throw things, I break the remote control, I break objects, and say this is because happened because of my emotions. So irrational beliefs can create the emotions, and emotions can make a person behave a certain way. So my behavior is this because of my emotions, and my emotions is based on my cognital cognition or the rationality. So now you're taking down each word: rational, on what is my emotion, and the third one is how I behave. Now, the therapy is like the last word is therapy. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to train myself. I'm going to just like educate myself in this method. Yes. I'm going touching this point here. This is more important aspect. There's more important aspect in this REBT. There are a lot of irrational beliefs. I'm going to just touch one or two here. Maybe I want to just like 3 points here, and I'll be just like giving you time so that I can ask you some questions. Then I can just work on it. Before that, is there any doubt you want to clarify now? Till there's two parts, like we started with what is REBT, a short history about REBT. Anyone wants to just clarify anything? Anyone can just ask a question. No, we don't proceed without understanding the basic concept of this one. Anyone? I'm not seeing anyone's face here, only just like empty screens here. So I don't know whether I can see somebody's face here. No, one person is there. Okay, that's one love in here. Very good, thank you. At least one, three faces. There always everybody's like empty faces. Anyone has got a doubt here? Want to clarify before we just proceed with this one? Oh, that person also like close the face. Lavanya, do you have any doubt and clarification? Am I too fast or slow? What do you think? Lavanya can just answer me.
No, Father. No, Father. It's in pace. It's understandable. It's clear.
Very good. Can I ask a question to you? What is this rationality? அது மட்டும் சொல்றீங்களா என்னன்ட்டு? What is rationality? Can you say that? You can say what is rational. What do you understand by the word rational or irrational? In any language you want, you can just say that.
It's our cognition. Actually, what we think, the belief we have,
Mm-hmm.
how we think.
Or we think rationality. What's the meaning of rational and irrational? What's the difference here? Can you just say one or two words here? Anyone? Juliet is Dr. Juliet.
Kind of having a belief which has a fact which may be rational, and having a
Oh, can
belief without
no,
some fact or truth.
very good. Who is talking? Very nice.
Uh, Basically.
Basil. Okay, brother Basil, you can say that like little more. Now you say what is rational so that everybody understands and clear.
Uh,
Say that.
if I do have a belief which do not have a factual base,
Very
then that
good.
is called irrational.
Very
And if
good.
I
So
have a belief based on factual data, then it's
good.
rational.
Very good. The fact, the truth, scientific basis. Very good. Thank you very much, Basil. Thank you. So nice. Now we said about all this like REBT, the words are explained a bit. Now I'm going to just touch this important point. There's three irrational. There are so many, but I'm going to just, because of a time factor, and I'm going to just like shorten this one now. The first one is demandingness. You can write this one, demandingness. This is one of the irrational beliefs. People suffer with a lot this because of this demandingness. What does that mean? This is kind of a belief that I must have everything I want and I must have it now. Or maybe in simple terms, the words are used by these people like I must, I should. Most of the time, they just like no want to say that. No, I want to have this one. I cannot live without that. Now there was one student coming up and saying, "Father, I by all means I need a bike. I need a bike to go to college." If that no, I don't have a bike. I cannot just go to the college. I will not study. He was demanding, and he said, "I must." Then I asked, like, "Why you say I must? I should. Why is that?" See, sometimes friends, people try to use constant this words. I must be behaving this way. I must. I must have that one. Yes. Somebody wants to ask a question here. Somebody unmuted your phone. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the word is called I must and I should. uh, the brain is very happy when they demand, and maybe you can just simply say, take one or two words here. I must be always successful. That's a kind of an irrational belief. I must be always successful. No, they won't say that. No, I cannot fail. No, sometimes like children, we say that like our parents, sometimes our parents, now we are teachers, we say, no, you must be the first rank holder. You cannot be second or third, but you will be always first. Demanding. Now, what happens is the brain just believes, no, I want to be like this. I will always be first. I must. If not, oh, everybody like me. So somebody's writing, everybody should like me. Everybody should, no, I should be always competed. No, sometimes like we have got this belief, like the rational belief, I should not fail. They think like if I fail, I'm a loser. I'm a loser. So therefore, take these lines with this word. I must. Maybe I must have these things to be happy. I must have a good car to be happy. I must have a good house to be very happy. I should have an iPhone new model that to be happy. I must be the very successful person to be very happy, because always the emotion is happy. I must be successful. I should get the first rank so that for me I'm happy. I want to have a very new training model dress, therefore I can be happy. I want to just have a big palace, a big house, therefore I can be happy. I want to just like have all these gadgets, therefore I can be happy. So therefore people say that my emotion, happiness is depending on the must, I should. So therefore you can write it. I must be always successful is one word. I I should be loved. Everybody must act. I wish. That's good. True. Everybody should. Now somebody's fixing slides. Nice. And that's one important thing is I should be loved by everybody. I should be loved by everybody. All should love me. Most of the time we suffer like pains and agony. All should love me. If I'm going to take this class now, almost like how many of you in the class? I don't know. Must be like around some 40 or 50 in the class. Now I'm just like thinking, no, I should be loved by all these students who attend this class. If somebody is like, no, Father Stan has not taken the class well, I'm lost. I feel no, I'm not competing at all. So therefore, this very basic belief somebody has got this one, saying I must be loved by everybody. I must be accepted by everybody. All should love me. All the words you look at that now. Look at these terms of these people. Rationality. I should always be loved. Now, sometimes people will say that I should be appreciated all the time. Everybody should appreciate me. Everybody should love me. Everybody should approve me. Everybody, nobody should blame me. I must have that. I must be always beautiful. I must be always handsome. I must always be healthy. Now anyone can just like little more say, now what are any other things you get in mind when you say about demandingness? People suffer because of this demandingness. Anyone say the name first, then you can say.
I must be always
Yeah.
appreciated by my
Say,
superior.
who's that talking? Can you say your name, please?
Sister Remo,
Remo sister. Please tell me one more time.
I must be appreciated all the time by my superiors.
Very good, very good. Related with this, maybe like for us religious, I must be holding a big office all the time. I must be always like in superior post. I should be always like in a high position. Very good, because that's related with the happiness. That's related with the emotion called happiness and joy. Any other? Thanks. Somebody's typing.
Father, excuse me, a person says, I must be healthy always. Is it wrong in any way?
Yeah, sometimes I must always means if I fall sick, I'll say I lost everything. Now I cannot be sometimes always like healthy. I can't fall sick. No, I'll be coming that point. But this is irrational belief. No, who's talking? I'm sorry. May I know your name, please? Who's that question?
Madonna.
Donna. Thanks, Donna. Nice question. The question is, I should be always healthy. It's a good thing. It's a good motivation. But the thing is, sometimes I can fall sick too. Now the doctors and physicians talk about this. Sometimes I have some diarrhea. This morning I was reading a book about this diarrhea, and it's loose motion, and it was a nice thing. And it said like sometimes we need to have some laxity tablets too. Now in our South Indian culture, we have got this like laxity tablets. Now if you feel like your stomach empty and free feel good, we should have some fever once in a year, and we should like sometimes pain, enjoy the pain and all that. Thanks, Donna. Any other people? Why people suffer? Anyone, please? Any other points here? We can just like turn on your mic and say your
I
name with your
know,
name.
Father. I'm Brinda.
Brinda.
In all relationships, we have expectations,
Right.
and most of it are irrational. Now, I feel most of it are irrational, and the source of many difficulties, I should say. Am I right, Father?
You're right. You're right. Sometimes in the relationships, REBT, Albert Ellis was very clear. He's talking about people suffer a lot of troubles because of this irrationality in the relationship. If I'm married, man, I said like my husband should be like listening all the time. If I'm married to a girl, then I said like my wife should always listen to me. I am the master of this family. I'm the head of this family. Then I'm a breadwinner. I'm earning, and I will decide. I have to decide. It's all like now the brain is fixated. Now what our friend said just now is that like the relationship we always try to demand. No, I am married. My wife or my husband should always like love me. There's no choice other than this one loving and taking care of me. And she should, and he should be. And he should be like, listen to me all the time. And you should listen to me all the time. This all the time, every time, all people, everywhere is a demandingness. And dear friends, people may suffer because of this demandingness. The suffer, the trouble, the trouble some people like have got emotional troubles because of this demandingness. Okay, there are some people are typing it. Very nice, wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay, the second point, awful nice, awful I say, means awful. Now, uh, in REBT, I was reading a very good article, and when I was in US, though I was like in a special class on REBT, then my professor used to say that sometimes people are very comfortable in using the extreme awfulizing words. I will give an example here. 2 months back, I was in Mangalore giving some lectures for the students in medical field, and I was having for a small group, some 5 to 6 candidates. Then after the class, then we had to just go for our lunch and also a dinner to a hotel. Then we were having a hotel, means dinner. Then the hotel was this. She was cleaning. The maid was cleaning with a phenol smell. It was stinking heavy, very strong. And I said to these friends, then I said, I was like, oh God, it's terrible. It's terribly stinking. I was not able, just like I was holding all these doctors were having their good food and enjoying. And I said, oh God, how is that these people are enjoying this food with this smell? Then I was repeating, no, I cannot bear this smell, man. I can, oh God, it's terrible. Oh, it's terrible, it's stinking, it's nasty, it's awful. All these words. Now, one of my friends told that in a group, the friend or Stan, this is nothing. You can enjoy your eating with a smell. Then he said one word, uh, it is tolerable. Or you can say, I feel uncomfortable. Don't say it is stinky and terrible, but say, it's maybe not bearable. I feel uncomfortable. So Albert Ellis is very clear when we just talk about this word. And he said, when people use a lot of offering words, now you have to reduce it. Don't use it always extreme words, exaggerative negative words. We call it as exaggerative negative words. Now they want to say that, now I got a pain here. It is like excruciating pain. Oh God, is unbearable. I can say I got some trouble in my hand. Uh, Less strong words to explain the same emotions. It is, instead of saying it's stinking, the room is stinking, you say I'm feeling uncomfortable. Very less word, very nice. So therefore, some people are using. No, they want to say that they want to awfulize every situation. I cannot bear. No, I cannot stand it. No, somebody, no, what, maybe in a family situation, maybe my husband or wife or my children do not listen to me. Then I say, this is extremely bad. No, it's not true. It's not true. It's not extremely true. It's extremely bad. Sometimes it's like, okay. So therefore, this word, like, people may use it. Sometimes we use it, and extremely negative and exaggerative negative words. Now, Albert Ellis wants to teach us today and says, no, use less serious words. Don't give pain to your brain. No, use less words. You say uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable. Okay, it's like little intolerable. It's okay. It's little bearable. Okay, I feel like a little troubled. Okay, I feel a bit not okay today. Now we use this word in English, like I am today. I'm got a lot of work. Then I find it's like stressful. I got extremely stressful. Now we can say I'm a bit, no, bit not okay today. I'm bit blues. These are the words we can, instead of making it awfulizing, we can just like reduce the intensity of the feeling with less word. Anyone wants to say any example with this awfulizing? Anyone, we try to be like very comfortable in using extreme negative words. Anyone? Do you think anyone? You can just open your unmute yourself, say your name.
Father, how do I communicate when I have really severe pain? Can I say, if I say I
Okay.
have pain, nobody will take me to hospital?
Yeah, okay. Yes, you're right. You're right. So no, you're right. So therefore, like, sometimes it's very true. But the thing is, most of the time people won't use it. No, when I have got a real cut, my hand is cut completely, then I say, oh God, it's unbearable. Means it's excruciating. It's fine. But people are comfortable, according to Albert Ellis' idea. Most of the time, we want to exaggerate these small troubles. they, even somebody fails or somebody makes a mistake, they want to just make it like exaggerate and say, no, oh no, this is worst guy, worst behavior. No, it's not worst behavior. Maybe this an unbecoming behavior. We can say this is, no, we can say unparliamentary behavior. No, useless words. You're right. There are some exceptions, like where we have to use this word, but the thing is, people are having a belief to use these awfulizing, extreme negative words to make them feel comfortable. I cannot now talk to this worst guys. No, sorry, don't say that. Maybe this person is learning and unbecoming. So this is called awfulizing. Thanks to person who spoke just now. And I want to be overgeneralizing. Take one word here. My time is very, very short. People want to overgeneralize. Everybody is bad in the world. I've just given a short example here. There was one person who just came for a noun like little therapies, and he said, Father, I cannot tolerate this person who has got a big mustache. Then I asked, what's that mission? I'm very happy that I don't have a mustache. I just shaved off. Then I'm, oh God, at least like I'm accepted in this rank. Then I asked, what's the problem, ma'am? Then she said, Father, all those people who have got a big mustache are very rude. How do you know that? Is that true? Yes, I've seen, like, I then asked the question, like few questions to them, to that girl, and finally, no, it's not true. Don't overgeneralize. Now, sometimes, like, no, people want to say all men are bad. All women are bad. Now, last week I was like going by. I was having a small little bike ride. Then I was having one more priest behind. Then there was one girl taking a left turn without any indicators. Then I said, "Oh God, we should not follow all these girls." Then he was saying, "No, not true." Sometimes we have got overgeneralizing statements. We are saying, "Oh yes, all girls do not follow a traffic rule properly." My voice is his voice might breaking. Somebody's texting like, okay. So people want to say that all men are bad, all men are abusers. It's not true. It's not true. Overgeneralizing statements. If as your professor or working in different paths now, when people who are use this like overgeneralizing statement, you say no, it's not always, it's not everybody, it's only few. I've seen only few who are called abuser or angry people. One more thing, like all dark people are bad. It's not true. It's not true. All the white people are like intelligent. All the white people are very great. It's not true. Now sometimes I used to think myself like, I was going for some purchase of books, then I found the authors, the last page, and I found authors, and I found sometimes like myself, like I had a trouble, irrationality. I found one author, like a black man from Kenya, has written a very nice book on something. Then I said, no, this author is from Africa. Look at this irrationality. What good things can come from this country? Very bad. No, this locality people will behave this way. This category of people will behave this way. And these are the people will be like this. We know for sure. It's not true. Sometimes like some we relate terrorism, or we relate some behavior with some certain religion. It's not true. All Christians are very good. It's not true. All Muslims are very bad. It's not true. There are great people in every religion, every society. That's called overgeneralizing. And today we are to just talk about ourselves. Whether do you have a habit of overgeneralizing? I'm sorry, I'm just like a bit fast because my time is like flying. Okay. The last point here, that's called low frustration tolerance. Now, sometimes people want to say that I cannot bear. So there was like, that's sweat, little sweat. You have seen, I don't know, I don't want to give too many examples because your time is like flying. Now, then there's little like I feel sultry, very hot. Oh God, it is very hot. My professor once told, your hot and cold exists in your brain. That's true. That's true. Like sometimes, like no, we say that no, I feel not like I cannot tolerate this hot. No man, people work outside. They are happily working. Now sometimes like look at our people, our friends and our family people working in Dubai on or like in Arab countries. Very hot, terribly hot, but they are working. They can do that. If he can, why not I? So therefore, these people say that's low frustration. Always they got a negative tone in talking, low frustration, and they will always say that I cannot. Once I was like traveling by bus, then somebody was commenting like the sweat smell. So what is this? Like people do not take bath. Now people are after the work, I mean just coming in the bus. They are very simple people. They don't have a shower. They cannot have a shower. Or now means like they have to go back home and rest well. But they say no. Now somebody was like closing the eyes, closing the nose, and say, "Oh God, this is bad." So today, friends, this point is very important. Do we have a low frustration tolerance, or I can just like it's okay, it's okay. Anyone wants to comment on this one? Anyone want to just ask the question? Like 3 points, I just stop it here, and I'm going for the last segment. Anyone wants to comment or any doubt about these points? Anyone?
Excuse me, Father. Will you please
Yes.
explain once again the low frustration and tolerance? One more example.
Okay. Maybe I'll just give an example here. There was one of my relatives, and uh, he will never take anyone to hospitals. He says the hospital smell. Oh God, that's like oh. He said, "Now what, man? People are working in the hospital. They are doing a lot great service. Why not? Why not? They want to say that I cannot bear this. I cannot tolerate that. I cannot tolerate sweat smell. I cannot tolerate the hospital smell. I cannot tolerate this the sultry sun. They want to have a fan all the time. Oh God, is all that because low frustration tolerance. They cannot tolerate. They cannot bear a single thing. Is that clear for you? I'm sorry,
Yes,
I'm
Father.
rushing.
Thank you for that.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay. Uh, that's one model we're going to just like take. I'll just stop it with small part. What is the application here to self growth? That's one model. You're going to just write it down. I'm going to make it very simple. That's called ABC model in REBT. One model. Write it down. The first one thing is everybody has got experiences, or we are having a lot of activating event. That's called A. Maybe I'll just like give an example. We lost a business. That's an activating event. I lost a business today. I did not get my profit. That's an activating. Then what's my belief? It can be rational or rational. And today I'm saying, no, today I lost because I think the market is not okay today. The shareholders, they did not purchase so well. I got a rationality. Maybe sometimes rational beliefs. No, all Saturdays will be a failure day, or on this like they'll just like relate with some irrationality or superstitious beliefs, saying no, today is was a full moon day. This is how it will happen. Irrational beliefs. Then what's the consequence? The way I behave, what I behave, the consequences. Now, how to work on this one is called disputing. We have to fight that discounting belief. We have to fight with the discounting belief. If I'm going to say that, no, I lost my business. Okay, it's not because the full moon or the new moon. It's not because of the cock or the crow, because of this crows and because of these people I met this morning. This person நான் அவன் மூஞ்சில முடிச்சதுனால தான் இப்படி நடந்துச்சு. These are rational beliefs. So therefore, the consequences, I believe and structure, I become angry or I become restless. That becomes my habit or behavior. Now I dispute it. How I dispute it? Simple. Now I have to just like work on that, like cognition, CBT. What? Now I'm going to touch this last part here. Okay. The E is more effective ways to think how I should come out of that. Now I am ending it. Okay. Write all these 4 questions. These are the basic 4 questions to help oneself. What if? Okay. I lost my business today. I cannot win again back. Then the question is, what if I lose today? What if I'm going to just lose today the business? What if people are going to criticize me today after the lecture? Somebody's commenting on me and saying, "No, your class was too fast." Oh yeah, it's true. I was too fast. What if people comment on my? I'm going to no. There were like no people are like talking about this. So the likes and dislikes and the YouTuber channels. We are talking about this. I got this many likes and this many dislikes and all that. If somebody dislikes me, what if somebody dislikes me? If somebody says, "Hey, you're not looking good, man," what if it's going to happen to me? So therefore, that is a kind of a question where you ask in your brain, personal question. Okay, what if? The second important question here: what is the worst thing that could happen to you if somebody criticized you? In your all professors and working in different segments in different universities and all that, somebody is like commenting on that, like your performance today was not very okay. Then you say, what's the worst thing that could happen to me today? Repeat this question. Okay, people are going to laugh at me today. I appear on a stage and I want to sing a song, and I sang a song today, and people are laughing and like mocking at me. Then I'm saying, no more I will sing a song again. That's the consequence. That's the belief. That's the behavior. Because people criticize me, and every time when I sing, people criticize me. Therefore, what's my consequence? I'm not going to sing again. I will not get on the stage again. So now I would ask the question to that person who suffers with that. I would say, what's the worst thing that could happen to you? I know people are going to laugh at me. Yes, okay. What's the worst thing that again going to happen to you? I know people are going to just like not talking to me. Okay. What's the worst thing that could happen to you for your failure in your song singing practice? Oh no, people will what they'll say? They'll say, oh, that's all. They will laugh at for a minute. They will mock at you for a minute. They will talk about you for a minute. Then what? What's the worst thing that? Nothing. The last statement of any client who comes to you, then he'll say, nothing's going to happen. Worst thing. Then the question is, are you going to die because somebody mocked at you, laughed at you, or smiled at you, like criticized you? Are you going to die? Hey, no, man, I'm not going to die. I'm going to just like live by that. I can just tolerate that. I can understand. So this is a very important question, dear friends. What is the worst thing that could happen to you? Criticisms, or somebody did not love me. I proposed a love to somebody and she said, no, sorry, Stan, I cannot love you. What's the worst thing that could happen to you? Am I going to die? No. I will find better persons, better friends in my life. That's a reaction. Then the simple question, I know Nanda, I think is timing. Okay, I'll fast. The last 2 questions. Is the world going to end? Ask the question to somebody who suffers with that. Like, is the world is going to end? Oh, maybe I'll just give an example here. My grandfather died, my mom died, my husband died. Okay, what happened? I suffered a lot. I cried. Okay, very good. What happens next? No, I'm feeling lonely. Okay, what's next? I feel like rejected. Okay, what's next? Is the world is going to end? No. Look at, we all lost somebody in our family. We have lost our dads. We have lost our moms. We have lost our spouse. We have lost our dear ones. We have lost our friends. We have just got disconnected. Somebody rejected, but we live happily. Look at, this is the month, we just like Christians, we call this is the month of the souls. We have lost a lot of great people from our life, a lot of relatives, a lot of friends, but still we live it happily. We just said it's okay, we can just live. apply that trouble. We have learned something from that. So therefore, this is the question we have to ask to ourselves today: is the world going to end because I lost something? The last question: Can you be still happy? I became very fat. I am growing older. Can you be still happy? Can you be still happy today? Can you be still bright? No, I am losing my health a bit. I got my diabetes. I got my Alzheimer's. Can you be still happy? Yes, I can. These are the basic 4 questions in REBT. To personally be able to ask these questions, then we can just overcome this. So I want to just conclude. I got a lot of things to work on, but I want to say thanks to your ear and say now we can be very happy fighting our discounting beliefs or the beliefs that are like ruining our life. And I just like touch some few points like awfulizing, demanding, low tolerance, and little more points here and there. And I say we can still be happy. We can be just like with this ABC model on these basic questions. Final word, I want to just end this. That's called unconditional self-acceptance. If I'm going to say just accept myself, that's called REB. This is one of the key words, unconditional self-acceptance. If I'm going to say that, no, I can be very happy. I can be just like good. Even if people don't respect and they don't appreciate, I can be still good because I love myself. Unconditional self-love. So I want to end here. Now you can just ask me some questions if you want some clarifications and all that. This is a lot good therapy, and I don't have enough time to just give out demo here. But we can ask some questions to therefore I can clarify you and make it clear. Anyone? All clear? Nothing clear?
Excuse me, Father. Your
Yes.
question is very nice, and I would like to know more about disputing.
Disputing. The disputing.
Disputing.
Very good. Disputing, you can just have these 4 questions. Simple 4 questions. Now, if you're going to say any event, then I can help you out, but there's no time here. So if I'm going to say that I lost my exam, simple this one. What if I'm going to lose today? It's okay. I'm learning it again. I got my failure. What if this world is going to end? I think your mic is making some noise. So therefore, I don't know who's talking. Anyhow, so these are the 4 questions you can use personally to dispute the irrational beliefs.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you very much. Anyone?
Father Stanley?
Yes.
Father Stanley? Yeah. What are the types of clients
Okay.
to whom we can apply this REBT? Types of clients?
Oh God, Lord. All those people who suffer with faulty behavior and faulty thinking. Anyone has got a like cognition, CBT or REBT can be applied to everybody and anybody who suffers with irrationality. Now, if you're going to say, therefore, if I'm going to just like give an example, smoker or those people who have got an addiction, you say smoker. Father, if I'm not smoking, I don't have thinking. May I know your name, brother? Somebody's talking to me. I go, sorry, I didn't know your name. Who's that talking just to me?
I think Francis.
Francis.
Francis D'Souza.
Okay, Francis D'Souza, you are in this class? Oh, wow. I thought you were in that other class. Okay. Francis, I just tell you one thing here. So now I got a smoking habit. Then I say, I cannot go to, some people have got this behavior of smoking and go to the toilet. Or some people smoke and write songs and all that. No, this is that now stimulates my brain. It's not true. No, that's the irrationality. That's a rational belief that somebody suffers this behavior attached to this cognition. Now I have to say that you can do without that. We can fight that. Can you do without this the fight we have to, the smokers or those people who got like the feeling of failure, the people who are grieving, those people who got fear. Maybe they'll say that no, I got no dark, devil exists in darkness, irrationality. It's not true. It's not true. So we have to just like we have to help them with some questions. But this therapy is now if you're going to ask this question, terribly very strong, sometimes they get like pain. So we have to be very gentle. Now one more word I just like maybe I can mention it. That's called unconditional other acceptance. When I say that unconditional self-acceptance, I have to say that USA and unconditional other acceptance. Now we have to be saying respecting the troubles of the other, and I have to say it's okay, okay, fine. Don't harm them with your REBT technique. Sometimes REBT techniques can offend somebody if you're not applying it properly. You have to be very gentle, non-judgmental. Thanks, Francis, for the question. You can apply and try. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thanks. Thank
Thank you. Yeah. Yes,
Good
anyone?
evening, Father.
Good evening.
I'm Sheila.
Sheila? Yes, Sheila.
Father, my question is, can REBT be applied to children who are subject to addiction,
Sure.
social media
Yeah,
or
you can just like
when
the cognition. So they will say, "My without my cell phone, I cannot. I have to. I must be always with my cell phone. No, I must." Now we have to work on. Now REBD is one step. Now we can just go for some behavioral techniques too. Occupational therapy, affirmative therapy, the different techniques we got. Like this one technique where we can have this brain like saying, "No, you can be happy without the cell phone. I can be without my smoking habit. I can be like without the addictions. I can be still happy. Can you be still happy without the cell phone? Yes. If there's like the one maybe like if you're going to say there's the whole today or from today to 2 3 days we're going to have no cell phones, no current, no electricity. People can still live it. So therefore we can help children, those people who suffer with irrationality, addiction behavior. Thanks, Sheila.
thank you, Father. So
Thank
we
you.
can give it like a homework, like asking them to practice, say, just try for one whole week or 2 weeks without phone or whatever. It's like that we can give them a homework.
Yes. Uh, See, the REBT technique goes with also with occupational therapy. Now, sometimes we can help them. So now I'm an addiction. Now I'm working on my CBT, means like cognitive behavior therapy or REBT. Then I say, can you be still happy with your cell phone? Yes, but I need to occupy myself. What is occupational therapy? Now I can just like say, okay, instead of making all the time on cell phone, you can take your car and drive, or take your bicycle and just go for a like now bike ride. Always do some little whatever you like makes you happy. Not means like apart from this addictive behavior, then something else you can do it. So therefore the brain is occupied. So therefore CBT works and are related with the other techniques too. Is that clear for you? So therefore you can just like not only CBT, also with just start them with the other occupational therapy or other NLP techniques to therefore help them better. Is
Okay.
that it?
Thank you, Father.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone? This is very nice technique. REBD is one of the very efficient. Yeah, somebody's asking a question. Yeah, please.
I think Josephine Lucy raised the hand. Do you want to ask us something, madam? I don't know.
No, no, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Father.
Oh, thank you.
Your session was more practical. It was really very clear. I want to apply it. Whatever you have said,
Oh,
it
thanks you.
was very clear, Father. Thank you so much. More of simple and it is not more theoretical, more practical, Father. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And thanks everybody. Thanks for the chance.
The
Thanks to
session
all this.
ends now.
Mhm.
Thank you.
We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Father.
ma'am. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Father.
you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.